Thank you very much for your support this year. Though this audience size is very small in this podcast, but wanna say, but I wanna appreciate for everyone who played at least a single time this podcast. And I started this podcast around June or July this year. I originally created a podcast account on April or May, but I doing I started updates often from around June or June or July, and this year it's been a really tough year for me. I've been suffering from depression, and though the symptom is getting better, but that pace is very slow, and so once you lose your health, it's very difficult to get back to normal. So please be careful for your health and put your health top priority, even when you are very busy or have like responsibility or all the stuff. But you are the most important capital. So without a sound mind and body, you could not do anything. So it's very important. And I'm not a guy who sets New Year's resolutions usual, but this time I want to say for the past few years, 2 or 3 years, I've been focusing on very conceptual things like philosophy or pure mathematics or theoretical physics, and how does consciousness emerge from brain? Well, what is time and what is happiness, or what's the meaning of life? Well, something like that. But and they're very important questions, and I feel that's worth spending time, but the balance was not good. So for the next few years, I will be focusing on more concrete stuff and social issue. Like business-like things, and more like concrete project, and get things done, and something which makes social connection with people, and of course make money and make your real life living better. So you cannot live on ideology. You can only live in the real life. So I lost that balance. So in order to come back and to the decent state, I will be focusing on more concrete ones. And regarding this podcast, my number one priority is sustainability. So I will continue uploading this podcast at least 10 years. So 2032, like June or July of 2032. It doesn't matter the like how often you upload and how long each podcast is. At least in to make this podcast active state until the July of 2032. That's the goal. So yeah, it's really important to like make things sustainable, and which can apply for like individual and also apply for society and nation, like and the whole world, whole this planet of the earth. Sustainability, in order to make things sustainable, it's like you have to put like every effort, and there is no single barrier to make things continue. There is always multi factors. So it's sort of artistic attitude is the key. So looking back my personal life, I tend to rely on single things and focusing on that single factor and try to break through that situation. But it could be possible in a very limited cases, but usually it's not good idea. So I will try to grasp the things from multi-perspective and always try to have the metacognition to the state. And in order to realize that, I think it's extremely important to like make the social connection with diverse background. So if you spend so much, like vast majority of your time with single person, you cannot see yourself objectively. So, and also, it's just it's simply fun to interact with many people who has different backgrounds. So not just the means, but it could be objective to meet many friends or many people, whose background are very different. And also on an individual scale, I think it's important to do many projects, which is also very diverse. So it's just a choice of your life. It's a good life to focus on a single job or single things, and to try to be skillful, like craftsmanship. That's a very beautiful way of life, but this is not a single answer. And at least I try to be such person, but I used to try to be that person, but I guess it's not for me. For me, when I do I I'm the person who wanna try so many things, and regardless of the field of subject or like like the studying and sports and music and like social interaction, or also the concentrate on individual time and so many stuff. So for me, it's not really a good idea to focus on one thing. So, and yeah, so I want to focus on, I want to do many things, and that's um the one of the goals for the next year, and so on. But yeah, things change, so I cannot predict the future, but I hope to live a meaningful life, and I hope to enjoy my life with healthy mind and body, and keep enjoying this podcast. So again, thank you very much for your support, and hope to see you again.